Hey everyone, this is Bazzoka. Welcome to one of my videos and welcome to a bonus video for Blind Time Mother 3. It's just myself, there's no Shdw here. My brother's not here, he's not really needed for this. So yeah, it's a bonus video. Have a few things to go over in this one. There will be at the very least 2 bonus videos. This one will just go over a few things for the post-game, I guess, kind of thing. But first, I'm going to roll a clip because, well, it turns out I missed an enemy info card because I completely blanked on it. And, well, here it is. And here we are into the clip of Mother 3 to where we find a very rare enemy, and they are very good for grinding if you are willing to put out the time and search for them. So, the enemy in question here is the Black Beanling. All this footage is pre-recorded. Like I said, I just completely blanked on putting it into an actual video in the actual playthrough, and again, I'm very sorry about that. So, the Black Beanling. It is quite the enemy. As you can see, you can find this thing from chapter 5 through 7. Once you hit chapter 8, you can't find this thing anymore. So it's a decent EXP creature that you can search for and kill. So yeah, it doesn't have a whole lot of HP. It can use psi moves though. I think it can use fire? Not quite sure. I'm not sure if I give it enough time, and I haven't reviewed the footage in quite some time. I mean, I guess you guys will see if it actually does any psi moves. But as you can notice, it gives a ton of experience. Like, a lot of experience. I'm pretty sure that's even on par with some of the late game bosses, so it's certainly worth your time if you want to go and, you know, grind this guy for a little bit. Again though, he is a rare creature, he's a rare enemy, so you have to really put in the time and the effort if you want to grind for this guy. And as you can also see, he doesn't give you any DP, so if you're trying to get DP, this is not the rare enemy for you. Instead, you should probably go try and grind the Bright Smile. Alright, meet you back into the next part. Alright, so that was the Black Beanling. I hope you can forgive me for missing such an important enemy, an important rare enemy that's good for grinding. But anyway. So let's get into my save. So here I am, and I'm just gonna go ahead and check the battle memory. So as you can see at the very top, underneath the time, there is both a silver and a gold star, or I mean, it's more like a light blue star and a yellow star, but you get it. What that means is I've seen every single enemy in the game, and I've also seen their back sprite. And I use back sprite kind of loosely because some of them don't really have a proper back sprite. Like say, where is a good example? Where is it? This one, there we go. Shdw doesn't really have a back sprite, but you know, it's back sprite. In any case, you get the silver star from seeing all the enemies. You get the gold star for seeing all of their back sprites. So yes, and what this will do, if you see all the enemies, this last frog right here will tell you that you can, I do believe. Okay, I might be mixing these up because I forgot to go over the stuff, but it's either he tells you how to access hard mode or he tells you how to access the memo mode, and vice versa for having the gold star. if you get the gold star, he'll either tell you about the memo mode or he'll tell you about the hard mode. I can't really remember which one is which, but regardless, the fact is he'll just kind of tell you once you get both of those stars, but you can access them whenever you want. So in order to access memo mode, simply hold left and right when you enter into the status. Now, since it's on emulator, I can't press Z and hold the shoulder buttons at the same time, but just pressing and then holding the L and R after pressing is good enough as well. Okay, so before I actually get on with this, I am interrupting myself from the future. Yes, I am that powerful. So I'm going to just preface this whole next, like, 20 some odd minutes of this isn't an important video. It is a bonus video. Really, the only thing that I really wanted to show off was the Black Beanling, because that thing is, you know, as I said, it's a good grinding enemy. Even though it's rare, it's a good rare enemy to grind on, and I feel bad for not including that into the actual playthrough at some point. So yes, that's really the only thing that really needs to be seen here. You can go ahead, either skip to the next one when I put out the next video, or you can just kind of leave right now and be on your merry way, and keep hoping that I make a TF2 or Overwatch video soon. But yeah, I just want to say, this video is not important. The next 20 some odd minutes is just me talking. It's just me reading text on screen, so it's not entirely necessary for you to watch, but if you so desire, you can totally keep watching. So without further ado, I'm already delaying the video even more. I'm already delaying getting to it even more, so I'll just leave. So I hope you enjoy. So memo mode is a beta feature that was put into Mother 3, but wasn't kept for whatever reason. It's kind of like a battle memory-esque kind of thing. It just tells you some things, but nothing too important. It's just something to like keep track of stuff, and just kind of little notes here and there. Of course, since this is a beta thing, it's some things might have changed. There are some things that aren't in the game anymore, and most importantly, this was not in the original Japanese version. This is a fan translation thing only. The translation team decided, hey, you know what, this memo thing's kind of cool. Let's just put it in for like no particular reason. So let's just go over all these different memos. There's a lot of memos, but they're still neat to read through. So let's get started, shall we? Alright. Strange. This mark displayed on screen is an indication of feeling strange. Feeling strange will result in the inability to walk straight and cause complete confusion as to what one is doing in battle, as we saw that one time when Boney took out a luxury banana and ate it. Because why not? It's a terribly bothersome condition, but one smack on the head with a paper fan will bring you to your senses, or a use of healing alpha. Poison. This mark displayed on screen is an indication of poisoning, as we have seen the whole lot during the entire playthrough. HP will drop dramatically while walking around. Use an antidote to heal. Crying. This mark displayed on battle screen is an indication of crying, as we have also seen quite often in the playthrough. Crying causes vision to blur, so it will be hard to land an attack. Use eye drops to stop those tears right up. Forgetful. This mark displayed on screen is an indication of forgetfulness. Everyone has a little brain fart once in a while, even when it comes to Psy. Use a reminder when suffering forgetfulness, and it should come back to you. So really, it's forgetful only really works on Lucas and Kumatora. It doesn't really have much of an effect on Duster and Boney, and I don't think we ever really saw Forgetful. If we did, it was very rare. Nausea. This mark displayed on screen is an indication of nausea, which also kind of rare-ish. Happened to see it quite a bit in the Osoe Castle. Nausea results in a loss of appetite and makes the character unable to eat anything. Fresh herbs restore any lost appetite. Paralysis. This mark displayed on screen is an indication of numbness. We also didn't really see this one too often, thankfully. And also, thankfully, it wasn't nearly as bad as it was in Earthbound. Numbness prevents the character from moving or acting while in combat. Anti-paralysis is effective against numbness, of course. Sleep, this mark displayed on the battle screen, is an indication of sleep. As we have seen, it is quite bothersome. But thankfully, it doesn't last. Being asleep during battle prevents the character from taking any action. No matter how sleepy, one ring from the alarm cicada should pop one's eyes awake. And here we have the mole cricket hole. Always turn at every turn in the road. These are the words of the mole crickets. How nice. And the mole cricket, it's alive. It's your friend. Simple as that. Nowhere Islands. This won't be easy to believe at first, but it is said that deep in the earth below these islands lies an enormous sleeping dragon. It isn't the lovable Drago from the forest, and it isn't the poor modified Mecha Drago either. It's the dragon from the legend, or so they say. So, I do believe these update in real time depending on where you are in the story, so these are all like the end of the game memo notes. I'm not going to play through the entire game and simply gather every single memo edition, because I feel like that would be kind of ridiculous. Masked Man, just who is he? The Masked Man remains silent. Who is this Masked Man? I mean, we already know, but I gotta play it. Gotta put on a good show. Club Titty Boo. On the outside, it appears to be an entertainment center for the people who work at the factory, but it seems as though it could have quite another side to it. So I think there might have been a plot device that was dropped. Perhaps? Who knows? Maybe it was just kind of hinting at, hey, maybe Duster's here. Claymen, these clods are mass-produced out of clay. The pig mask, they are a valuable workforce that never complains. So true. Money. Since Facades' arrival in Tazmily, this has been used instead of acorns. It's round and shiny, but unlike acorns, it cannot be found in the forest. It must be mass-produced. Vending machines. Believe it or not, you can exchange money for goods by inserting money into these. They'll even buy back your unneeded items. There doesn't seem to be anyone inside them either. So, just kind of giving a little bit of insight as to, I guess, how they work, kind of, maybe? I don't know. Happy boxes. It is said that just by putting one of these suspicious-looking boxes in the corner of a room, one can achieve happiness. By Facade's demand, Salsa was forced to distribute them. Yes. So instant revitalization devices. It seems these guys in pig masks use these when they rest. Entering the device will result in a mysterious energy that completely revitalizes the body as if by magic. Magic. Haunted brooms. These haunted brooms are dedicated workers. Be it be it garbage or people, nothing escapes the sweeping wrath of the broom's power of expulsion. So, yes. PSI, or Psi as I like to call it, is a mysterious and useful power that can replenish your energy or even assist in your transportation needs. Using Psi will deplete your psychic points. I refuse to abbreviate that for personal reasons. So, as you can see here, it hinted at that you can use, not even hinted at, it just flat out says that you can use it for your teleportation needs, but as you saw in the game, there is no teleportation ability. There is no Psi Teleport, Alpha or Beta. So, teleportation was a dropped ability, it seems. Noble Spittoon. It definitely looks like it has some ancient and honorable origin, but when it all comes down to it, it's still a spittoon. As for what a spittoon is, in the first place, well, I'll spare you the details. I know what a spittoon is, it's kind of gross. If you want to look it up, you can. I mean, it's nothing I mean, well, a spittoon is kind of disgusting, but like, it's a thing. It's a thing that used to be around back in the day. Not my back in the day. I mean, like way back in the day. In any case, battle secrets. Press the button with a music rhythm. What do you get? A feeling so enlivening. Enlivening? Whatever. You'll never forget. So pretty much it was just, it's hinting at the heartbeat of a song. And I'll get into that later. Kindness. This is one of the most important things for us humans. So let's be kind to others. If your kindness goes up, something good is bound to happen. So kindness was a hidden stat that still kind of exists, but nothing really shows up, and you can even hack it into the game, back into the status screen, but I don't think it really shows you any numbers. However, you still can get kindness points, and if you noticed, every time within the game, it's just like you felt your heart warmed or something like that. Like when you save the mouse from Mr. Passion, or when you, I do believe, save or find all the mice for the mother, your kindness goes up there as well. I do believe kindness increases the amount that you heal with psi abilities. I think. Could be wrong. I actually don't really know. It's kind of an enigma, really. Rope snake. He makes a cute pet, but he acts like a rope, so he'll surely be useful on your adventure. He certainly was. A Soy castle? No one knows when this old, mysterious castle was built. West is said to have served here many years ago. Yes. Fleas! Fleas! Yes, this mark displayed on screen is an indication of fleas. The blood-sucking fleas will cause a lot of trouble when the overwhelming itchiness results in the loss of a turn, or the inability to concentrate on using psi. Use a shot of flea spray to exterminate the pests. So this is kind of, I guess, a different version of paralysis, really. Magic butterfly, a butterfly harboring mysterious powers. Softly touching the wings will miraculously result in a sensation of comfort that revitalizes the spirit. So yeah, it restores some psychic points. I never really figured out how much, but apparently it's more than 20. I'm just used to Earthbound, where it was always 20. Pork beans, these are the vehicles the pigmasts use for land travel. They move at 4 times the speed of walking. So, very helpful, indeed. Arrow lizard, a slightly odd lizard in the shape of an arrow. When you've lost your way, if you visualize your destination, it will somehow point you in the right direction. They have come in handy in Tamsmili for generations. They are protected species, so don't tease them, you joiks. Magypsies. This is the name of the sorcerers who have shut themselves off from the world and hidden themselves away to live in the forest. In a way, these men are more ladylike than ladies are. There is no need to worry about a cover charge. So yes, of course, the Magypsies are giving you their mementos, letting you revive yourself, making Lucas learn destructive abilities and helpful abilities. Pork saucers, goofy-looking flying machines the pigmasts rode in on. Let's just call them pork saucers. Yeah, that sounds a good idea. Wall staples. Only Duster can nail these wall staples into certain walls because he's apparently the only one who has the strength to do so for some reason. The staples become footholds that allow everyone to climb to places previously thought to be inaccessible. Once the wall staples are set, they last forever. Kind of a weird thing, but hey, you know what? It's useful. Dragos, herbivores that live in the forest. They have calm and friendly dispositions. Lucas and Klaus have played in the forest with the Dragos since they were very young. A shame that most of them are gone. Pigmasts, a suspicious group that wears masks resembling pigs. They appear to be plotting something bad. Something naughty. Okay, that's enough. That's enough of that. Okay, battle. of course, just a regular old battle. Coming into contact with an enemy will initiate a battle. Attack is for physical attacks. Use guard to protect yourself and also slow down the damage, your damage counter from rolling down. I worded that poorly, very poorly. It slows down your damage roll down, your damage counter. So it's helpful if you want to survive an attack and you just don't have the time to heal. Yes. Psi and goods are also effective against some enemies. Use escape if you don't think you'll make it. Sometimes it's just better to retreat. If your luck is good, there are times you can pull off an extremely powerful blow, like a liberating tennis smash. So of course they're talking about smash attacks. Defense, a higher defense will decrease the amount of damage taken from an enemy attack. Defense may be displayed as def. Intelligence, displayed as IQ. If a character is able to use Psi, a higher IQ will increase its effectiveness. As I put a note on somewhere, I can't remember which episode, but I do believe it increases the damage, but that's about all it does, and not by a whole lot either. Talking Sparrow. Sparrow advice. Unfortunately, I'm going to keep the Sparrow off the screen this time. Sorry, friend. A talkative little sparrow that will teach you street smarts and tell all about the things he has heard or seen on his travels around the world. His big ego is the only fly in his ointment. Yes. Offense. A higher offense will increase the amount of damage dealt to the enemy. Offense may display as off. Equip. Of course, one of the big points of an RPG. Weapons and armor only serve their purpose if worn properly. Be sure to check here to see if any new item needs to be equipped. So that seems to be a dropped feature because memo was dropped. So I guess they never really implemented the ability to check the memo and see if anything needs to be equipped. So could have been cool, but I think it's for the best, because the ultimate weapons in this game are subjectively good. They're not the most powerful, but they give you the most stats, so who knows if who knows if the game would have decided, hey, you still have this huge, amazing weapon, why aren't you equipping it? As opposed to just letting you choose whatever you want. In any case, goods, here you can check the items you are holding. You can hold up to 20 types of items, be it duplicates or unique ones, whatever. Speed, as speed increases, the character will be able to act before the enemy does. Speed is displayed as needle locations. There are 7 needles in all. The belly button needle is in the Osoi Castle. The heart needle is in Murasaki Forest near the factory. The left-hand needle is located on Snowcap Mountain, far to the northeast. The right-hand needle is located in the crater of a volcano to the far east of the highway. The right foot needle is located on Tane Tane Island, south of Tasmili. The left foot needle is in the temple of Chupachupoi on Mount Oriander. And the last needle, no one knows where it is. Too bad. Of course, we know where it is. It's just, the game is just trying to be all fancy and like, oh, we don't know where it is. Dragofang, this is the Dragofang that was stuck in Hanawa's chest. Sadness. Map, press the R button to view the map of the area. Simple as that. Sleep, if you want to take a break, but there is no nearby save point, this is when the sleep function proves useful. To enter the sleep mode, press start and choose sleep icon on the far right. To return from sleep mode, push select and the L and R buttons simultaneously. This was definitely a feature only meant for the actual handheld system, where you wanted to save battery power, but you couldn't just turn off the game. So sleep mode in a Game Boy Advance game was pretty cool. Only a few games really implemented a sleep mode, and it's a shame really, because it could have helped save some batteries perhaps. Save frogs. These green frogs will keep track of your adventure for you. They are very thoughtful creatures. Indeed. Indeed. Item guy. This is a guy who will take care of any excess items for you. You know? You know, the guy who lives in the tent you can take a rest in. Bracket plan. So apparently, this was a feature that just wasn't implemented yet. The item guy, who you can give your items to store and to withdraw and stuff like that, he was apparently going to let you take a rest, so he might have been like free heals whenever you saw him. A bit unfortunate that didn't end up being a thing, but I mean, they brought back instant revitalization devices, machines, so it's all good. Ram. During a dash, try charging into different objects to see what happens. Ramming into an enemy that is weaker than you will stun it temporarily. However, if the enemy is stronger, you'll be thrust into a battle as usual. If the enemy is simply no match for you, it will be defeated upon contact. Both instances, or I guess technically all three instances, we have seen in action. Dash, hold the B button for a short time and the character will crouch. Upon release, the character will move at twice the normal speed. When several party members are present, wait until everyone has crouched. Use the D-pad to direct the path of the character's dash. So I guess it was planned for dashing to take a little bit more extra time to set up, but pretty much every character gets into a crouching position almost instantly. Memo, what you're reading right now, the history of things you've experienced are automatically recorded in here as you go along. Be sure to check it once in a while, you may just learn something new. Note that this memo menu wasn't accessible in the Japanese version. The translation team made it accessible because it's just so neat. Because this is a beta menu, many of the things mentioned here did not make it into the final version of the game. So as I stated near the beginning of this section, key items. The key items are located in here so they aren't accidentally thrown away or sold. We take great pride in this thoughtful design. Status. In the status window, you can see your condition, goods, equipment, etc. When several party members are present, press the L and R to switch between them. Very helpful. Talking wind. Don't hesitate to listen closely to what rumors the wind has to say. Perhaps an important hint that will prove useful for your adventure is hiding within. So I guess that is just kind of like a hint system that just wasn't implemented too much. I mean, it was used like once or twice throughout the game, but that's about it. In any case, that is the memo. This is the memo. Very interesting, kind of neat. Unfortunate that I didn't really make it in, but I suppose nothing really gained, nothing really lost if it was added or left out. It was just, as the note said, it was neat, so they decided to just put it back in for kicks and giggles. Okay, so that does it for that. And there is one last thing, the hard mode that I mentioned earlier. So, I can't really easily show this because it's just kind of a status change, but if you start a game and then when you get to the point where you need to name yourself, like you, the player, need to name yourself, if you put in hard mode, I do believe in all caps, you will activate hard mode, which is again a translation only thing that the fan translation team decided to put in just for kicks and giggles. Really, the only thing that is super noticeable to anyone who plays it is that the enemies get more HP. I'm pretty sure it was stated that it was roughly double the amount of HP that they normally would have, and apparently they're a little bit more aggressive as well. So if you want to just like a little bit more challenge, you can put in a hard mode. If you think hard mode is just a little bit too much, in Chapter 4, when you have to reconfirm your name, you can change your name and it will take it out of hard mode. Or if you are playing through the game and you think, you know what, this isn't nearly as difficult as I thought it would be, you can change your name to hard mode in Chapter 4 to turn on hard mode there. But you have to be careful. If you take it off or turn it on in Chapter 4, you are stuck with it there, and you have to restart the game if you don't want to keep playing in that mode, or if you do want to play in that mode. So that is The first bonus episode, the second bonus episode is gonna be all about the battle themes. All about the battle themes. And we shall see all the enemies. I'm not gonna show all the back sprites, but we'll see all the enemies. I'll show off all the songs, and it'll be a grand old time. It will be even longer than this one, probably. I would say maybe even triple the amount of time this video is. But, yeah, of course there will be timestamps in that next video. But in any case, thank you guys so much for watching this bonus video. I realized it's kind of unnecessary, but I thought it needed to be, especially because I missed the Black Beanling during the actual playthrough. I am kind of disappointed that I did that. But regardless, what happened has happened, and I have remedied it right now. So, again, I thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next Mother 3 video. And, yeah. Have a great day and a good night. Bye.